Shalom. All praise, honor, glory go to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Peace and safety to the hopefully elect, all the sincere Akim scattered throughout the four corners, to the four winds, believing, teaching the Heavenly Father's word in sincerity with a pure heart, man. All right? With a pure heart and sincerity and truth. And for everybody out there that don't know Yahweh, that's the name of the Heavenly Father who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, that's the name of the only begotten Son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And I'm going to jump into some meat, man. Okay? I'm going to jump into some meat. Dealing with Leviathan, dealing with that word charagma, all right, and give you the biblical understanding of what this is referring to, man. All right? Because it's part of prophecy. All right? It's part of the Lord's word, man. All right? And no prophecy of the scripture is up for any private interpretation. You got a lot of private interpretations out there, man. All right? Dealing with these mysteries, man, that was revealed to those who the Lord chose to sup with, man. All right? Not revealed through your pastor, man. All right? Not revealed through your seminary, your seminary school, all right, degree. All right? Not revealed through Esau books, man, but revealed through the precepts, all right, which is the scriptures, man. All right? So dealing with Leviathan, I'm going to go into, this is Job chapter 41, and I'm going to just read verse 1. It said, "Canst thou draw out Leviathan?" Now, when you look up that word Leviathan in the Hebrew, which is 3882, and then you look up the root word, the origin of that word, because according to Esau, Leviathan is referring to a fire-breathing dragon, Godzilla, all right, Godzilla-like creature. But according to the precepts, man, according to the origin of the word Leviathan, when you look it up, it's 3867, and it says lava, man, all right? Which Leviathan is just a synonym for something big, man, okay? It's not dealing with a mythological fire-breathing dragon. You also got guys that say Leviathan is referring to the nations, man. But we know according to the book of Esdras, second Esdras, Leviathan, dealing with the creation story, Leviathan was created on the 5th day. Man was created on the 6th day. So that cuts that doctrine, man. All right, so it says, Job chapter 41, "Canst thou draw Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord, which thou lettest down?" I want to get a quick precept in the book of Isaiah. Show you what that tongue is referring to. Because remember, the Bible written in metaphors and parables, man. All right, dark sayings, man. Okay, so this is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 27, dealing with the tongue. It says, "Behold, the name of the Lord coming from far, burning with his anger," because those volcanoes / brimstone / sulfur, man. All right. The word volcano is a fairly new word, man. All right. The ancient word for volcanoes is brimstone, man. Okay, it's brimstone, and when you look it up in the Bible, it says sulfur, man, and volcanoes is what produces the sulfur, man. Okay, it's plain, man. So it says, burning with his anger, and the burden thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue as a devouring fire, Okay? So that's what Leviathan is referring to. When you go back to the book of Job, and I'm going to jump around, because I did an extensive breakdown, precept upon precept, on this Leviathan. But I'm going to jump around in this video. I'm going to go back to the book of Job, chapter 41. And verse 1, it says, "Canst thou draw out Leviathan with the hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down?" Now, when you jump around in this chapter, Let's see, verse 18. It says, by his sneezing, a light doeth shine. A light doeth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth, out of his mouth, the his referring to Leviathan, going burning lamps, going burning lamps. That's that tongue, man. Okay, going burning lamps. And sparks of fire leap out. All right, describing a volcano, describing the brimstone. All right, so that's the mystery of what Leviathan is referring to, man. All right, it's not referring to a fire-breathing, a mythological fire-breathing dragon, man. So it says, verse 19 again, and out of his mouth goeth burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. And sparks of fire leap out. So you go back to that Isaiah chapter 30. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 27, it says, behold, the name of the Lord cometh from far, burning with his anger, and the burden thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue as a devouring fire, man. All right? As a devouring fire. Dealing with Leviathan. Dealing with Leviathan. So back to the book of Job, chapter 41. It says, out of his mouth goeth burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out, describing volcano. It says, out of his nostrils goeth smoke. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke, as out of a seething pot of cauldron. All right, out of a seething pot of cauldron. His breath kindleth coals, and flame goeth out of his mouth. Flames goeth out of his mouth. Describing what? Volcanoes. Not a mythological fire-breathing dragon. All right, and it's definitely not talking about the nations, man. All right. So I'll jump down. And like I said, I'm just jumping around in this chapter. I do got a video breaking down the whole chapter, precept upon precept, going into the origin, the etymology of these words, showing you what these words mean. All right, showing you that Leviathan is what Leviathan is referring to, and it's those volcanoes, man. All right, so this is verse 31. It said, he maketh the deep to boil. He maketh the deep to boil, because you have land volcanoes and you also have aquatic volcanoes. Okay, so this Leviathan is referring to the aquatic volcanoes, man. All right, what maketh the sea to boil? And if you do your research on these volcanoes, all right, you'll see many examples of the volcano making the sea boil, man. Okay, he said he maketh the sea to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. A pot of ointment. Okay, so verse 34, it says, he beholdeth all things. He is a king over the children of pride. All right, because this is what the Lord used. All right, this is what the Lord is going to use, referring to the precepts, that brimstone. All right, he's going to use that brimstone to bring the final punishment, man. All right, so let's get a few more precepts. Let's get a few more precepts dealing with this Leviathan, showing you that it's referring to the volcanoes. That's the mysteries that's revealed through the scriptures. All right, not from man. All right, not from wicked man. Remember, the Lord is a man, he cannot lie. All right, so the precepts don't lie, man. All right, so let's get some precepts dealing with Leviathan. Let's see. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 74 and verse 14. Let's see. We'll start at 13. Thou didst divided the sea by the strength thou breakest the heads of the dragons in the water. Thou breakest the heads of Leviathan. Thou breakest the heads of Leviathan. All right, when you see a volcano explode, the head meaning summit. All right, the word summit is used for the top of a mountain, man. Okay, when you look up that word heads, the definition for it is summit. All right, the top of a mountain. So it says, thou breakest the heads of Leviathan. That's describing a volcano exploding, man, in pieces. All right, it giveth him to be meat to the people inhabiting the wilderness. And that's why you have a lot of people living at the foot of these volcanoes, man, because it produces good minerals, man, good soil for their crops, man. Okay, so that's what Leviathan is referring to, man. It's not referring to no damn mythological fire-breathing dragon, Puff the Magic Dragon, man. All right, it's referring to those that brimstone that the Lord said in the scriptures that He's going to use to bring the final punishment. All right, upon Babylon, man, and you wicked niggas that follow the ways of Babylon, man. So I'm gonna read that again, verse 14, Psalm 74. Thou breakest the head, the summit, the top of the mountain, all right, of Leviathan in pieces. All right, like I said, that's an example of a volcano erupting, man. When you see a volcano erupt, all right, the summit of the mountain, the summit of the volcano explode. All right, that's the Lord breaking the head, okay, and giveth him to be meat. Now, according to these guys, if Leviathan is a fire-breathing dragon, all right, so that's implying that the people going to eat this fire-breathing dragon, man, which is madness, all right, which is madness. And if it's people, all right, like you have other guys saying that Leviathan is referring to the nations, a metaphor, is symbolic of the nations, all right, then that's implying that the people are going to eat people, cannibalism. It's just madness, man, all right? What it's referring to is when a volcano produces all the minerals that you need, man, basically to survive, man, okay? That's why people live at the foot of volcanoes, man, all right? If you do your research, look across the world, all these from Mexico to the Philippines, all right? People live on the foot of volcanoes. Why? Because it produces the good soil, man, all right? It's profitable. So that's what it's referring to when it says to be meat and giveth him, referring to Leviathan, and giveth him to be meat to the people inhabiting the wilderness, man. So now let's get another precept dealing with Leviathan, man. This is the book of Psalms. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 104 and verse 26. It says, there go the ships. There is that Leviathan. There is that Leviathan, that volcano, man. All right? Like what's erupting over there in Spain right now, man. All right? For the last 5 days, all right, El Palma, that's the name of the volcano, it's been erupting for 5 days, man, spewing nothing but lava. You see all those people living on that island. The island was created by the volcano. It is a volcano, all right? Many people live on that island, had to be evacuated, all right? They live on that island because it's good for business, man. It grows good. Like I said, all the minerals, the soil that the minerals that the volcano feed the soil is some of the best in the world, man. All right. So that's what it means when it's giving Leviathan to be meat for the people, man. All right. You can't eat no fire-breathing dragon. You're not gonna eat a fire-breathing dragon, man. All right. That's just complete madness. All right. So it says there go the ships. There is that Leviathan. That is that Leviathan. Like I said, you have land volcanoes and you also have aquatic volcanoes, whom thou made to play therein. Who thou made to play therein. That's Leviathan, the aquatic volcanoes under the sea, man. So if you do the research, you'll see all this, man. All right, my brother.
Oh, okay.
All right. So let's see. Let's get another precept in the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 27 and verse 1, dealing with prophecy, man. All right, dealing with prophecy, man. So it says, in that day, in the day of the Lord, all right, that great and dreadful day that the Lord speak of in the scriptures, the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword, all right. So this is Leviathan, is the Lord great, strong, and sword, all right, shall punish Leviathan, mean to muster up Leviathan, man. Appoint Leviathan. All right, when you look up this word punish here in the Hebrew, it's 86485. It says to attend to muster. All right, this word punish is not like the word how we use the word punish, man. You have to look up these words, man. You have to look up these words to get the understanding, man. Okay, study to show yourself approved, man. Okay, so it says to attend to muster, to reckon, to visit, to appoint, okay, to appoint. It says to visit upon, okay, to charge, deposit. Let's see. So this is how this word punished is used in Isaiah 27. And I'm going to read it to you in other translations and show you what this verse is referring to, man. Because the Old English sometimes, man, they use words in different ways, man. All right? Than we use them in modern times. So that word punish means to appoint. Okay? Look it up. All right? It's 86485. So it says, punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. Leviathan, using the brimstone. That's what the Lord is going to use to slay the dragon, all right? The red dragon that the Lord speaks of, all right? That's in the sea, man. So now let me get this in different translations to show you. Let's see. It says, let's read it in the BBE. It says, in the day of the Lord with his great and strong and cruel sword, describing the Lord great, strong, and cruel sword, will muster up, will appoint, all right? So that's what that word punish in Isaiah 27 in the King James is referring to sin. He says, will send punishment on Leviathan, that quick-moving snake, and this is Esau translation, okay? That quick-moving snake, and on Leviathan, that twisted snake, and he will put to death, all right? The Lord, great, cruel, and strong sword, will put to death the dragon which is in the sea. Now let's read it in, let's see. Let's read it in some more. Let's get a few more translations. Okay, the NET. All right, this is the NET Bible. It says, at that time, the Lord will punish with his destructive, great and powerful sword, Leviathan. All right? Listen close. This is the NET. All right? It says, at that time, the Lord will punish with his destructive, great and powerful sword, Leviathan, the fast-moving serpent, Leviathan, the squirmy serpent. He will kill the monster, the sea monster, okay? So these are different translations of Isaiah 27 to show you that that word punish is not used the way we use that word punish. So going back to the book of Isaiah, KJV 27:1, it says, in that day, the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he, all right, shall slay the dragon, and we all know who the dragon is referring to, man. And he will slay the dragon that's in the sea, all right. So that's what Leviathan is referring to, man. Okay, not no damn mythological creatures, man. All right. That's a heathen interpretation of what Leviathan is, man. It's not biblical, man. There's no accounts in the Bible of a fire-breathing dragon coming from the sea, man. All right. And as for those other guys that teach that it's referring to people, all right. When you read the book of Ezra, the creation story in the book of Ezra, Second Ezra, and the Apocrypha, it tells you that the Lord created two great creatures, man, on the fifth day. All right, referring to Leviathan and Behemoth, man. Okay, so that's the mystery of what Leviathan is referring to, man. Look up those words, man. All right, look up those words. All right. So dealing with that word karatma, man. All right, because you got a lot of private interpretations, twisting the scriptures. All right, teaching doctrines of devils. All right, that word karatma is referring to some kind of RFID microchip, man. That's not biblical either, man. That's not biblical, man. The reason these guys teach that Leviathan is referring to a fire-breathing dragon because they saw Godzilla on TV, man. All right? They saw Godzilla on TV, and Esau used the television, all right, as a broadcasting, a way to cast spells upon you, man. The same thing with this karatma, man, with this RFID microchip. If these guys would have never heard or saw Esau push that madness, all right, there's no way they came up with that in their own imagination. They read it in a book, man. All right, you got books that was written of Esau basically trying to interpret the scriptures, all right, interpreting that word mark as some kind of RFID microchip, all right, which is complete, utter madness, man. All right, don't line up with the precepts, and that's why these guys can't use any precepts to prove that point, man. So I'm gonna read a few scriptures and show you what that karatma is referring to, that mark, man. All right. Start in the book of Revelations. Start in the book of Revelations. Before I get that, let's finish off that Leviathan. I'm gonna read one last precept dealing with Leviathan. One last precept to show you what the great powerful sword of the Lord is, man. All right, to show you what the Lord is going to use to slay the dragon that's in the sea. Let's see. Let's get it in Ezekiel. The book of Ezekiel. And chapter 38, verse 22, it says, and I will plead against him. He will plead against him with pestilence. And the him is referring to Gog and Magog, man. All right? Gog and Magog, which is referring to the nations, man. Okay? Those same nations in Revelation 12 that's going to come together, all right, to fight against the Lord, man. All right? So it says, and I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood, and I will rain upon him and his bands and upon many people that are with him an overflowing rain, great hailstones, fire and brimstone. Fire and brimstone. That's the Lord great and powerful sword, man. That's what he's going to use to slay that dragon that's in the sea.
Let's get a couple more precepts on that.
Let's see. Go to the book of Revelations. The book of Revelation 19 and 20. It says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These both was cast alive in the lake of fire, burning with brimstone, man, burning with brimstone. So that's the great powerful sword of the Lord. That's what the Lord is going to use to slay the dragon and his angels. All right? Which that sea is symbolic of people, man. Okay? The sea is symbolic of people. Let's prove that. This is Revelations chapter 17 and 15. It says, and he saith unto me, the waters, sea is a body of water, which thou sawest where the whore sitteth, the whore referring to that dragon, okay, symbolic of that same red dragon. Where the whore sitteth are peoples, multitude, nations, and tongues, okay? So that sea that the dragon sitteth upon, that dragon is in, he's amongst the people, man. All right? He's amongst the people. So that's what the Lord